My mother saved my life. I want to tell you about my mother, Marilyn Mitchell. That's that's her name now on Facebook and in the real world. She was born Marilyn Moorhead, and then she was Marilyn Arnold, since that's my last name. I'm Joey Arnold, the original oatmeal. When I was born, there was some problems with me. I was partly deaf, and they had to put ear tubes into my ears to help me hear when I was around 1 year old. And they were in my ears until I was about 10 years old. I had trouble hearing and communicating and learning during the first few years of my life, and all the way until I was about 11 years old. When I was about 11 years old, they were taking out my hearing tubes. My ears were getting better. They were healing. I started talking better like my younger sister, and I started learning everything more. My mother was saving my life. Like I said, my mother saved my life. It's very important to remember that she has been a caregiver, like a nurse, like a housekeeper, and she's been an accountant, and a librarian, and a musician. She's a writer, she's a thinker, she's a doctor in a way. She has read many books, and she's taught me and my siblings, my brothers and sisters, in Forest Grove, Oregon of the United States of America. I was born in 1985, and I was homeschooled with my mother. I was partly self-taught, self-motivated, but I was also taught by my mother, and she's done a lot of that, helping me learn how to think on my own, to do problem solving. A lot of who I am is from my own mother, Marilyn Mitchell, Marilyn Arnold. You can also call her the Restore Main Street, and you can join this program, this group called Restore Main Street. It's something that she is a part of, and we both believe in it, in making the world a better place. It has to do with helping people understand what is going on in the world. So in this video, I just want you to know who my mother is and what she has done in her life. In her life, she has helped me and my siblings, my brothers and my sisters, tremendously, and even helped my father in many ways, and helped many people many times. And I'm not just saying that because that's what children say about their mothers and fathers. It's not just about that. It's because she deserves it too. And it's very important to remember that. And I'm saying that as a professional English teacher in Saigon, Vietnam. My mother had 4 children, but that came after a lot of bad things that has happened to her. My mother was born and raised in the 1950s in Washington and in Oregon of the USA. And she was partly wealthy, at least her parents were, and they usually lived in bigger cities like maybe around Seattle, Tacoma, Beaverton. But then her mother died when she was around 20 years old, and that was hard. And then she was married to Ron Hunter, but then he believed that she could not have children. And then he left my mother and got married with another girl, but then that other woman was too weak to bear him children. So take that in your face, as they say. But my mother was not too weak. So first my mother married a man, and he was a cop named Ron Hunter. But he thought she was too weak, and he left my mother. But he was wrong. And sometimes in life we are wrong about the things we think, and we need to be more open-minded. That's one of the things that my mother has taught me. You need to be as open-minded as possible. Ask the right questions. Be patient. Never give up. Never let go. That's one of the songs that I wrote myself. Like father, like son. Like mother, like son. Like mother, like daughter. My mother writes. I write. My mother is a songwriter, so am I. I was writing songs since I was little. I've wanted to travel the world and be married and help people travel the world and have a lot of kids, just be married, help people travel the world, make films, do a lot of things. Since I was 8 years old, I wanted to do all these things. And I started singing and writing, and so I'm a songwriter, and I started learning guitar in 2008, and so I wrote this song called Never Let Go, and it goes like, never let go, no, no, I'll be there for you, you, you. Never let go, no, no, I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. And my mom is the original oatmeal. I'm the original oatmeal, but my mom is also the original oatmeal. My mom is the original oatmeal. So I'm like, not original if she is the original oatmeal. But she's not really the original oatmeal, because I'm the one that started that movement, if you want to say. Many of you may say that it's silly to talk about oatmeal, to say that you are oatmeal. But you never know when silly things may become important. So I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't always matter what you may think in life. What matters in life is what is most important in life, what is best in life. And sometimes we may not always know, and sometimes we may not have the patience to find out what is best. My mom has done her best to try to find out what is best and what is good. And she has done a lot of that. At the moment, my mom is doing good things for people as much as she can in Washington State. I believe in Shelton. It's a city called Shelton near Seattle, and she's involved with the worship at a church, like a Baptist church, a place where they worship God. Whether you believe in God or not, I believe in God. I see the evidence of Christ and God in everything. I believe that God made everything, and that He came and saved us from ourselves, from the fact that we're not perfect. We need Him to help us in a lot of different things. Now, if you believe in something else, like maybe Buddha, or in no religion, you can do that if you want, but I want to ask you, why is Christ more famous than all the other religions combined and everything else combined? And why are so many people trying to say bad things about God if God does not exist? I'm saying this to people who may not believe in God, or if they believe in Buddha. Why is Jesus Christ more famous than Buddha? You need to ask yourself that question. And don't forget to add my friend on Facebook. My friend. When I say my friend, I'm talking about my mother. I made a mistake. I accidentally said the word friend. I meant my mother. Please subscribe on YouTube, maybe. My YouTube. Maybe my mother's YouTube too. My mother doesn't really have a YouTube, so I don't know what to tell you. But my mom is on Facebook, and maybe I will try to, make videos for my mother and put on YouTube, and then you can subscribe to my mother. If you don't want to, that's fine, but I'm trying to tell you that my mother helped me, at least. I believe that my mother has helped a lot of people, but you can at least say that my mother has helped me learn how to talk. The kind of person that I am is the kind of person that is like Michael Jordan. I'm always trying to be the best, kind of like Michael Jackson, in the good ways and not in the bad ways. And I'm always trying to get better. I'm really competitive. I want to be number one, as they say in Vietnam, and maybe in some countries, I'm not really sure, but in Vietnam, they say, that you want to be number one. You want to be on top. You want to be the best. I want to be the very best, like no one's ever been. To catch them is my true call, and to train them is my call. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. That's what they say for the TV show, a television show, cartoon, animation, like a Japanese cartoon show called Pokemon. Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster. Pokemon. 2 words that they stuck together. I want to tell you, never give up in your life, and be patient, because luck may come to you. No matter who you are, no matter what country you are from, luck may come. Whether you believe in luck or not, you may want to use another word and not the word luck. Opportunities may come. Open doors may come. And I'm saying this with a tie. And if I'm saying this with my tie on, you know that I mean business. If I look like a businessman, never mind that maybe I didn't shave my beard, because it's good enough, right? Okay, maybe I'll try better next time. But that's what life is all about, trying your best and not crying too much. We have to try our best. And that's what my mother has been doing. That's what my mother has been teaching me. That integrity, that transparency, that kind of character to produce such reputation that can go with you for the rest of your life. For the long run, you want things that can last, that can help. You don't want to just do things to help people for a day or for an hour. You want things to last forever. You say, well, things don't last forever. But how do you know that? You have to stick around forever to see if some things may last. And some things do last. At least that's what I believe. So like I said, if you forget what this video is all about, if you are listening and if you're still watching, I want you to remember that my mother is extraordinary. And that's not just because she's my mother. I want you to listen to what she has to say about a lot of different things about the world, because my mother knows some things, and you should listen. And you should be her friend on Facebook, and just listen to what she has to say, whether that would be in what she writes or in the music, in songs that she's wrote, in videos, or anything. Wow, hello. Hello. Now this is the part where I may say, hi. This is the part where I may say, oh, am I embarrassed? Because some people come in and they kind of interrupted me from making a video. Do I say, oh, maybe I should start over? No, no, it's okay. Here we are in Vietnam. We're on the top of this pagoda. The pagoda is like a temple, like a Buddhist temple. You know, Buddhism is a religion that is popular in some Asian countries, especially in the southeast part of the Asian continent, in the Vietnam country, and in some countries. So this is a pagoda. A pagoda is like a church, you know, like a temple where they worship God. I mean, not God, Buddha. Buddha is like a god, like a counterfeit god, maybe like an idol. But if you don't believe in these kind of things, I understand how you feel, but maybe you should think about it a little bit more. So this video is dedicated to my mother, Marilyn Kathleen Moorhead. That's her maiden name. She was born a Moorhead. And I would like to tell you more about this later, maybe. But for the moment, I think this is okay. As you see, they're building a building over there for something. And in life, we're always building things in our own lives. In our own lives, we're building things, and we got to remember to never give up, never surrender. I want you to think about my mother, because there may be things you may not realize that maybe I should make another video, because I feel like there's a lot of things I did not say, and maybe I did not say them in the right order, or maybe, you know, I'm talking too fast and you can't understand me, or I'm talking too slow and it's too boring. But nevertheless, let me say a few things that I forgot to say. Like, for example, my mother almost died a few times before she gave birth to me. So it's specifically me. My mother gave birth to 4 children. First, to my older sister, Katie Jean Arnold, who is a musician and a world traveler and a yoga instructor, and lives with her younger sister, Crystal Ann Arnold. And Crystal is I don't know, similar. I can't really describe her exactly. They've been a waitress. My younger sister is one of the smartest in the family, other than my brother, my older brother. So I have 2 sisters and 1 brother. One of my sisters is named Katie Jean Arnold. That's my older sister, and she's like 33 or something now, and I'm like 28. And then I have a brother, Richard Skyler Arnold, and he is like an airplane engineer in Oklahoma, USA, and he has a family. My sisters and brothers, and 1 brother, my sisters and my brother, all got married. My siblings got married, and my younger sister is Crystal Ann Arnold. And actually, I don't know. What can I say about Crystal? I'm gonna say there's a lot of things I want to say, but for now, I'm just gonna say she's smart. For now. And there's a lot of things that I like about my family. They're all different. They're all unique, and they're all funny sometimes. Like they're comedians, and I think that's very important to remember. Comedy runs in our family, in the Arnold family, the Arnold Island. That's something that my older sister told me one time. Katie said that she's very lucky. At least both of her parents are funny. And that's good, you know? Good to know, good to acknowledge, and good to have, because it becomes a part of who you are. Not always, I mean, if you don't have funny parents, you can still be funny, it'll just be harder, okay? It'll just be harder. I learned a lot from my father about hard work, and about how maybe if you drink too much, that could be bad sometimes. I don't drink because I don't like drinking, but also it could you know, waste money and other things. Oh, I got a call. Somebody's calling me. Let me call you back.